Hey everyone, Nick from Nick's Crossing here. Welcome back to the train room for a great video today. I've received a bunch of cool train stuff from a family member, and we're going to go through it together. So here we go, guys. All aboard. Alright guys, I got the basket of items sitting to my left here in the train room, and man, there's a lot of cool stuff to go through. I can't wait to show you guys. Now I will warn you, a lot of things need TLC, so mostly glue and paint, reassembly, things like that. Nothing too crazy, I can handle it. And I will tell you guys, a lot of this stuff is from the pre- and post-war era, which is cool. It's gnarly, right before Christmas time, and I have an idea to use all of these items for a special project that I'll share with you guys at the end of this video. Lots of cool things here, so let's get into it. I want to thank my aunt and uncle for contacting me and giving me these trains, and they actually gave me this cool sign to congratulate me about the railroad stuff, so hopefully good news forward. But here we go, no smoking unless you're a locomotive. Got like a Hudson there, rolling tracks. I love signage, I love advertising, so this is a really cool piece, so thank you guys so much. And of course, thank you for all these items here. So we're going to get into this. So collection-wise, the smallest item, I don't know why this is in this collection, but there's like a little Yugoslavian Burlington right here. And it looks like a GP38, something like that. You guys can count the stacks on top, give me a report back. But it looks like a little baby GP38. Really cool piece. I don't know if it's like an IHC or it could be an MRC too, so I don't know. But anyways, got a little Burlington N-scale engine. I love N-scale as well, so really cool. Now we're going to get into the O-gauge and O-scale stuff. So first, this piece in front of me is just beautiful. It's falling apart, needs a little bit of hot glue. And this is made of like particle board. But this is a Gilbert newsstand. So a lot of you guys out there are probably drooling over this right now. I've never seen one in the wild. I've only seen these in books. This is like a pretty rare piece. I've never seen them in the wild, and I've got one right here. So a Gilbert News. Look at that. Beautiful piece. It has two figurines. Lots of advertising there. And on the other side, we got like a Philip Morris poster. And then in the back, check this out. We have another Philip Morris. They're really trying to sell that tobacco. And then cigarettes. And then we have RKO on the back. This needs a lot of work. The looks like an old Pepsi cooler right there. And this is all falling down. Just needs to be glued in place. And I can't wait to put a light in here. It's going to be so beautiful. The inside has advertising as well up on the back wall. So when you look at it, it's beautiful. So I can't wait to restore this. Might do a video on that. But this is just really nice. This is the first thing on top of the box, and I'm glad it's being saved. This cannot be thrown away. I mean, this is railroad history right here, toy train history. So let's get into some other pieces here. On the desk, there's a little, I think this is Lionel. It's falling apart as I'm talking about it, but it's a little shack, and we can do a video on this too. A lot of these are project videos I'll have out in the future, but this is like a roadside shack. So here's the corner of it. Just so you guys can get an idea of the profile. There's another wall. So it looks like that all done. Then the back is an eave roof that goes back there like such. And then the hatch for down here. So it opens up like that. And it has the roof pieces too. So this will look great like in the yard or trackside shed, something like that. We'll paint it up, we can weather it. But this is an O-scale piece, so that's really cool. And I'm glad we have all the pieces. Some of the items in here, I don't have everything, but we have most of it. So, here we go. Now moving on to the box, the mighty box. Where do I start with this thing? Here's a roof. It's just hanging out on top there. Now, this piece is in full. This is really cool. This is a Lionel train station platform. What can I say? I mean, it's pretty basic from the 1950s. Got that green roof, the traditional green roof right there. The advertising on here is just gorgeous. I mean, it needs to be glued down. Probably just using some like super glue, like little tiny dots of the Craggle to get these signs glued back down. We have like buy war bonds, be a scout, AirX, spinning reels. God, I can't talk. Join the Red Cross. Your community chest needs your help. So just things like that. Just really cool advertising and subject matter. I love it. We have a Lionelville sign up top. It's still there. Just needs to be dusted off and then some things glued down. everything appears to be here. Is the light bulb in there? No, light bulb's not in there. So actually, yes, it is. We have 2 light bulbs in here. So this just wires up through the bottom with the little clips here. So yeah, pretty awesome. I've never owned one of these, but I have one now, and it's just really cool. Baby Ruth, Sunoco, and Rival dog food. Dog food. So yeah. So I'll just set that down here. There we go. Save that one. So many pieces, guys. So this is an intact kit. I saw this a while over at my uncle's like years ago, and I asked him about it. He's like, yeah, I might do something with it. So now I actually have this thing. Been looking at getting one of these for a while. This is a full Lionel kit. It's the what do they call this? I know it's a grain elevator. There it is, grain elevator. There you go. And it's all original in the box, which is fantastic. So it shouldn't have any missing pieces. Let me back it up there. This is a big box, like 18 by 1. I actually want to use this as a sand tower on the layout in the yard. So right where my car shop is, put the sand tower next to it. Pretty sweet, right? We can paint it up, do all kinds of stuff. Yep, pretty simple. It's a really heavy box made in America, so awesome piece. That will be used on this layout. The other pieces I have that special project for. Alright, so let's get into this box here. So we have a smaller box. It's like a cigar box right here. And yeah, these are great. I love these. So we have like the old, I think these are marks. Little crossing gates here. They can go either way. Like that. Really light plastic. And then we have some really cool other pieces like road signs. Like little street signs. We can use these up here on this layout. More crossing gates. And we have about 4 of these guys. They're missing the lights, of course. But these are like the Lionel traditional street lights. I forgot the number on these. Underneath is Lionel Corporation, New York, New York. It does not have the number on the bottom. So I forgot the number. It's not even stamped on the base. It does say Lionel, and then has the L. We have, how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 of these guys, and these are a lot of fun. You just wire them up at the bottom, and of course they're all missing. They're gonna need a lot of work. Some of them are missing the lead that goes up to the base for your power line, but we can fix that, not a problem. And these are like traditional scale. They look great on any layout, really. We have the old school crossing clip. That's great. So these are for tubular track. If you guys haven't seen these before, these clip onto your outer rail. Then the center rail is your power rail, and this helps your lights blink. So it creates a ground gap. So when the wheel passes over, it turns on, turns off, then turns back on. So you get that blinking effect on your lights. You can actually wire these up so one light's the other light. So when they go over, both lights should go like this. It's just a really cool basic effect. Now we're in the box. Now these, I've seen these in the past, but I've never owned them. These are very fragile. These are probably from the 50s, I would say, or 40s. If anyone has any light you could shed on these, please enlighten me on these. These are paper buildings, and I want to say 1940s, like only because they're paper, and they could be like wartime buildings, because like there was a metal shortage and all that, and the plastic shortage because of the war effort. It's either Korean War or World War II. But these are made of paper. Really, really cool. I love the artwork. Look at that. The guys are like shuffling to get out. It's a fire station. And the door's on the back over here for our fire truck. But these are very fragile. We have some more paper buildings. We have a house, number 12A. So it's like a suburban-esque house. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell the date on these and who made them, but they're just really nice pieces there. I think we had another paper house, or might be one in here. So these are cool too. I didn't see these at first. These are lifelike street lamps. These are a little bit more scale friendly. These work off of like man, nothing at all. I think they work off like 12 volts DC. It says 16 volts AC or DC, so we'll try AC, 14 volts. That should help them out. But these will look great in town, things like that. So just extra street lamps for the layout. We also have traffic lights, trash cans, fire hydrants. I lost it for a second. Mailbox there. And we have a street light and a phone booth in there. So all lifelike. This will be used up here on this layout as well. Don't have trash cans in town, so they're probably just littering all over the place. So set those down here. Next we have these larger lifelike poles that would look great on like standard gauge. They're pretty big, probably like G scale. Just kind of interesting that they're thrown in there. So we'll move on. Next we have, oh, here's the crossing lamp for that switch. So this would actually come with this switch right here. I'm missing the crossing sign, but that's fine. These are really cool. And we have the bulbs. You can repaint those to get rid of the scuffs. And yeah, just really cool. Here's your 2 leads out, so you send one to the one ground, one to the other, and you just power up. So traditional Lionel crossing lamp right there. We also have a ton of Marks 027 track. Now there's one way to tell the difference between Marks and Lionel track. So Marks 027, for the most part, have black ties. So Marks has black ties, and look at the pins. The connector pins are solid pins. So Lionel have the little ribs. Marks have solid pins, like nails almost. So that's one way to tell. So if you ever get 027 track, you're like, what is this? Never seen that before. It's most likely Marks. Just throwing that out there. So a little trivia for you. So you guys have seen 027 track before, nothing too fancy. We got some other buildings and items in here as well. We have a roof to, I don't know, I think that's Lionel Green. What do you guys think? I have no idea what that went to at one time. I don't have the rest of it. But we do have some other building pieces, like this white wall here. No idea what that goes to. We also have another wall. This looks like Plasticville. I would say Plasticville right there. And, oh, okay, so we do have other walls. I don't know what these are for. Some type of building or facade. But, oh, okay. So here is a Plasticville, Bachman Plasticville, early Plasticville. This is the park. So it's got the crossover bridge. I love these things. I've never owned one before. But here we go. Little Plasticville bridge. I've seen guys put water in these. Float like toys and stuff, or like beach balls. I've seen that, or like little boats. A long time ago, Train Layout actually put a water fountain in one of these. They cut out the bottom and made it into a fountain. Thought that was really cool as well. But there you go.
To a fountain. Thought that was really cool.
Other pieces. This is pretty cool. So these are plastic fences that are, wow, we got a lot of plastic fencing in here. This stuff reminds me of like standard gauge plastic fence right there. And we have a ton of it. Look at this. Tons and tons of fencing. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I have a couple friends that run standard gauge that I could give this to. But just really cool to have on hand. Lots of Plasticville fencing. So on top of that, we have another paper building. We have the railroad station. So, yep, no markings or anything. So this is beautiful. Look at that. Railroad station right there. Flip it around on each side. Ticketing office. People waiting for the train. More people waiting with baggage. And then on this side, you have like a storefront looking thing. So pretty cool, right? So yeah, another paper building. Just really rare. I've never seen one. I think they're just really interesting buildings. Now, I do have all 4 sides of this building. This is a Plasticville-esque gas station, but it's actually from K-Line. And it actually says K-Line up here. The little K. I originally thought it was Plasticville, and then you can see the K right up at the top right here. So try to zoom in. There it is, K-Line. This is probably very old. We have washing, and it says Lubritorium. Never heard of a gas station called the Lubritorium. I don't know if I'd go there.
Never heard of a gas station called the Lubritorium.
To the Lubritorium. Ooh, yikes. But they do have washing, so after you go to the lubritorium over here, you can get yourself a wash. So can't be all that bad. Yikes. But it says road service, and then the other sides have other decals. But the cool thing is with this, I've seen these in books. A lot of guys miss these two pieces that this came with, and that are right here. And these are kind of rare to find with this model. These guys right here. And a lot of you train collectors out there are probably like, you got to have the gas pumps. There they are. 1 and 2. Right there. So I have both variations of the gas pumps. We're going to glue that all back together. That green roof might actually go with this model. I'm not sure. There's no other roof in here, so it could belong to that. I don't know. I have to look through some things. But we have the gas station with the gas pumps, which is just super cool. But anyways, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this unboxing video. It's a lot of fun making this and digging through all this old stuff. I'd like to thank my family for giving me these items. They're in a great home. They will be cherished and loved and taken care of, as they should be. And guys, the big project of this year is going to be a Christmas layout downstairs under the Christmas tree. So every year I usually set up about 2 or 3 tracks under the tree, just a couple houses or whatever. But this year I plan to do some snow, adding more buildings, effects, lighting, all that fun stuff. And you guys will be watching that on the channel. It's going to be awesome to film that for you guys and document as well. Probably do a live stream or 2 under the tree. So it'll be a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, always consider subscribing so you don't miss videos like this and future projects. Love reading the comments. Giving the video a thumbs up really helps out the channel. Till next time, everyone, happy railroading. We'll see you next time. See you guys.